Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's going to run. He's in! Touchdown! Jalen Hurts! The Eagles are just devouring the Giants. And it is A.J. Brown again! Another touchdown!
Oh, welcome back to the Linc Lineup winner, baby. Episode 23. We're recording on Sunday night right after
who is 23? Is that Rashad Penny?
Rashad Penny.
Is this a Rashad Penny episode?
Rashad Penny episode, baby. We are recording this after the Eagles have beat the Cowboys 28-23 in one of the most nerve-wracking games I feel like I've watched all year long. Can't make it easy. Can't ever make it easy for the boys, but they pulled it out. I'm so happy. We're going to the bye week with a win. We're 8-1. Dallas drops to 5-3. We now own We now own a head-to-head tiebreaker with them. Even though we do play them a second time later on, but we have that 2.5 game lead, especially whenever they're going into their easy part of their schedule and we're going to our tougher portion. But man, what a game. Bryce, what are your first initial reactions coming from this game?
My initial reaction is Dallas sucks. Fucking fair weather fan base. Fucking bunch of pussies. Dude, I went in Bleacher Report and I went to their community after the Jalen Hurts injury scare or whatever. Oh, bro.
They're happy, weren't they?
I mean, they weren't going to come out and actually say it, but what they were saying, you could tell what the mood was behind the messages. I was like, oh, you fucking bunch of you scared fucking bitches. And they thought they had it won. That is what the feeling that I was getting from it. I really wanted to go in there and just fucking type out some crazy shit and just see replies coming back in. Yeah. Just get my shit cooked in that community. But anyways, it was a good team win. Biggest thing is the health of several players in this game. Dallas Goedert, James Bradbury, him and Darius Slay kind of put the big boy pants on and realized that we're probably about to lose this game if both of us stay out. Yeah. So props to them. Jalen Carter, he played. Bro, there was a point in time where I saw he was getting triple teamed.
I saw that too. I was going to say that. I was like, I remember one play. I was like, damn, he's triple teamed. All right.
I was like, my God, dude. I was like, I get it. He's really good, but ain't nobody doing shit against a triple team. Ain't nobody doing nothing against a triple team.
It's funny because he was like 10 yards away from the play at that point. He said, "I fuck it. I'm not doing anything. Push me. Let me have it."
Jalen Hurts' health. I don't know what came of that though, because he came out in the second half. Actually, I can tell you what it was. They shot his ass full of fucking Toradol, and he couldn't feel nothing in the second half.
If I had to guess, he got hit square on that fucking bruise on his knee, and that didn't feel good.
I thought it was his right knee though.
Nah, it was his left knee that got hit.
I know it was his left knee that got hit, but I thought it was his right knee that was previously injured.
No, it's his left knee.
That's probably what it was then.
This is plant leg.
Yeah. Took that hit and was like, motherfucker, that hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I tell you what, it was definitely nice watching him walk out and then say, now I'm gonna suck it up. I'm gonna go back out there and finish this off. So we got a tough son of a gun at quarterback, I'll tell you that. But yeah, let's talk about some goods that came from this game, and then we'll talk about some negatives. And then we'll just wrap up with just briefly talking about how we're feeling, what else we can add to the conversation. Some positives. I feel like this was, I don't want to say Jalen's best game, but it was definitely another great performance by him. So back-to-back performances. He didn't have a turnover this game. Had a fumble, didn't lose it.
What was AJ's receiving yards? Because I know he didn't get it, but
he didn't get it. 7 for 66 and a tutty.
Damn, he only had 66. I felt like he was closer to 100, but
I feel like he didn't catch the ball all second half.
yeah. What about Smitty?
3 for 51 and a tutty.
Dude, that deep ball that Jalen threw was a fucking dot, bro.
You know, it was only 29 yards.
It felt a lot longer than that.
Uh,
But still, that was a bro. There was nowhere else you could put that ball, bro. That shit was a dot.
yeah. But yeah, Jalen Hurts had a decent game as a runner too. He had 10 carries, which is way too much for 36 yards and a touchdown. So definitely a Jalen Hurts stock up game. How about you? What's the positive you have from this game?
Um, this might be a little weird, but for some reason I haven't seen like the intensity from this team a whole lot this year. Like they've kind of held the cool, calm, collected. I was actually very excited to see that they had a little chip on their shoulder this game, getting a little feisty. I understand like the Kevin Byard penalty. That was kind of weird though. I didn't understand that.
Yeah, I don't
Why?
understand.
I mean, he just pushed a dude, and he got put on his ass when he was pushing somebody. So how it didn't make much sense, but and I don't know. It seemed like they played with a little chip on their shoulder. Jason Kelsey, the whole slow motion thing that
He's
was
screaming.
yeah, Fox had of him screaming in dude's face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, whoa.
It's okay. All right.
Yeah.
Serious. You're serious.
But uh it was nice to see that. Positive is how the team kind of responded in the second half coming out is like the biggest takeaway. I'm sure everybody had a little unsettling feeling in their stomach at halftime. They're like, oh shit. They're like Jalen's done. Like we've seen that jog off into the locker room before. And it wasn't pretty. And that's what my immediate feeling was. That's what I immediately said too. As soon as I seen that, I was like, oh shit, dude, I've seen this before. I've seen this jog and I've seen this walk to the locker room before, thinking everything's gonna be okay. Get in there, do some tests. Everything's not okay. But it was good to see the team come out and respond in the second half.
Yep. I'm gonna add one more positive, and I'll let you add one more if you can think of one. Then we're gonna talk about the negatives, and then we're just gonna talk about the game in general. Another positive I have. I don't want to give a positive to the defense for that last drive because about everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. But I think just the defensive line, I'll give an A+ effort on that, or the A+ grade on that last couple plays because BG got back-to-back sacks. And the pressure was there. So I give them a gold star for showing up when it mattered because for a second there it looked like nothing was going to happen at all. So it was nice to see BG get 2 sacks. Guy's old, but we all love him, and I'm glad he's getting a chance to shine.
Yeah.
You got one more positive?
The linebackers, especially Zach Cunningham. Dude played a hell of a game. Dude was everywhere on the field, fucking everywhere. It seemed like he was almost making every single tackle. There's a positive and a negative to the linebacker room. Positive is Nicholas Morrow and Zach Cunningham. The negative is N'Kobe Dean. I didn't want to believe in it when people were first started like talk about it once we drafted him. He's really small. And I feel I don't want to blame it on his size because I mean he played against the same size of people in the SEC. Like, you know what I'm talking, like the same caliber of players in the SEC. I don't know if the game's a little faster and more. I wouldn't call it more physical than college, but I mean, I don't know. That's going to be something we're going to have to look into in the offseason. Definitely investing in a linebacker. I feel like
Definitely. So I think
would you think they could re-sign one of them,
I think so.
Nicholas or Zach Cunningham?
I think so. I don't know
if you had to pick one, which one would it be?
That's tough. But I feel like it'd be Zach Cunningham. They see him as like the number one linebacker. But
I mean, he's been playing like it. I think
he has. He will tie in with my negatives. Coming up because I will have him as part of the negatives. But I feel like he's great at like pursuit, and he's great. I mean, just pursuit and kind of like run defense kind of go hand in hand. But I feel like sometimes in zones he gets lost, and that was my negative, was just the defense coverage wise. I mean, Jake Ferguson, their tight end, had 7 receptions for 91 yards and a touchdown. A lot of times he would be matched up against Zach Cunningham, or like Zach Cunningham would be in like a zone, and he just kind of forget where he was, and then it'd be easy pitch and catch. Like the last drive of the game, Zach Cunningham was he was kind of sitting on the outside, and the inside was wide open, so it was an easy pitch and catch there. But yeah, the secondary and the pass defense has to like figure something out. And then whenever we play the Cowboys again, we got to figure out something, because we can't let CD Lamb go for 11 for 191 like he did today. Towards the end, they did make an adjustment. They did put Darius Slay on CD in the slot, which why didn't we do this to begin with? You know, because I mean, Eli Ricks was trying, and Sidney Brown is not in his natural position. As much as like I applaud him for like stepping up and playing, it's not like a recipe for success.
Yeah.
But
As much as I hate to say it, I don't think we have a true corner anymore on the roster that can follow a guy, though. You know what I mean? Because Darius Slade, he doesn't follow a lot of people.
He's never had whenever he's been in Philadelphia.
No. Yeah. James Bradbury can't follow. I mean, I don't know what's going on with him this year, bro, but he has not looked great.
I mean, he looks awful.
Great pass breakup. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he looks awful until he makes a play, and then he makes a play, and it's like, oh man, he's back.
This is all pro James Bradbury. But I mean, our corner situation has not been good this year. And when I immediately saw both of them go down, I was like, if these are the guys you're starting right now, I don't want to know how bad the other ones are. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I won't shit on Slay as much. I feel like he's been solid. He's not. I feel like he's not playing up to the level that we expect him and need him to play at. But
that's an age thing. I mean, that's father time. It's inevitable all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like for the most part he's been playing good though. I feel like people don't throw his way either.
Yeah.
But man, they were eating up the slot. I'll tell you what, they could care less. The slot, and then in the middle of the field, just breakfast, lunch, and dinner right there.
Yeah.
Do you have any other negatives before we kind of talk about some random things throughout the game?
So this is going to be a negative as a whole, not specifically towards the Eagles. That fucking officiating crew is awful. They don't need to see another Eagles game again. It was bad for the Eagles, and it was awful for the Cowboys. Dude.
I'll admit it. That James Bradbury that they picked up, that should have been the flag.
Yeah, and the Stephon Gilmore pass interference against AJ Brown. What the fuck was that, dude?
It looked like AJ ran a double move, and then just Stephon was like, "Hey, I'm here. You can't run through me," you know. Yeah. But they're like, "Oh,
yeah,
flag." And I was like, "What the hell?" And then
the thing is, the ball was going 10 yards out of bounds ahead of where it even was. So I
don't know what they're doing. And then they missed the Jalen Carter did pop Dak in the head on that one sack, which I mean that you'll probably miss some of those. If it's not like blatant, but that was a bad group. Cowboys fans, we own you this year. But we will admit that I'll
give some sympathy for y'all on that one. But there was a lot of bullshit stuff going on.
It seemed like that last quarter though that the flags were just flying at like a crazy rate.
Yeah, an excessive rate. I think the NFL's got to look into that. I mean, bro, there was a flag, bro. I want to know the average penalty thrown in that last quarter in the last 5 minutes of the game. Because it literally felt like there was a flag every 2 plays. It was ridiculous, bro.
It was like they're trying to meet a quota.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell was going on, but it was awful, dude. It was terrible.
Yeah, it was. I will say this. I know it's the right call, but I absolutely hate that call on James Bradbury in that last possession. the PI, because like if you underthrow it, you should get penalized for like that. Like, and I know that the cornerback's supposed to be looking at like playing the ball and not playing like the receiver and like not turning. Or like I know that he's supposed to like turn back, but I feel like you can't give that to him, and at least not like pass interference where they get the ball right there. Like you can maybe like come up like holding or like legal contact, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that call. But yeah, the officiating was awful.
Trash. It was god awful, dude.
Uh,
Rogers going to look into that.
The crowd was electric from what I could tell.
Dude, I wish I was at that game so bad.
I can only imagine what it's going to be like for the 49ers game when we go.
Yeah.
Because as much
Cowboys
as
haven't been talking a lot of shit this offseason. 49ers have been talking a lot of shit.
can't wait for that one. But let's talk about
I can't wait to see fucking who's going to be headhunting Debo, because I feel like it's going to be. I feel like it's coming. I mean, he's been running out the mouth all off season. Hopefully, it's Reed. Mayo Missile just fucking catches him slipping, come across the middle.
I feel like he had an up and down game.
Yeah, I don't think he made any bad plays for him to stand out.
I don't. I mean, I understand why he allowed that touchdown in the first half. The little RPO option.
Yeah, he's got two. He's got two things he has to read off of right there. Yeah, so I mean,
he was just in a pickle.
That play design is it's designed to put people in bad spots. So,
yeah, but he made it for it. He made up for it. I will say I saw a tweet after that play where it's like Reed was tackling him already, and then but he wasn't tackling him.
No,
he wasn't. He barely touching him.
Yeah.
He made a good play on the ball. That wasn't PI. Sorry about
it. Coverage. Yeah. There's some things that Cowboys fans are going to call for should have been flags that are not. So I'm not going to give anybody sympathy there. If you know ball, and if you've ever played ball, that was great defense. The refs are going to let you get away with some stuff. Like if there's blatant holding or like you're interfering with him catching the ball, which Reed was not. Reed had one hand around him, other hand up, trying to make a play on the ball. So I could see why they did not throw the flag there.
What a great shot from the pylon though. At first I was like, damn, I was like, that's a catch. I was like watching to see if he completed the catch, and then with the second or third look, I was like, oh wait a second. I was like, his knee's down right there. So that's not a touchdown. And
yeah.
Wow.
Another thing is, I hope we never have a fucking Greg Olsen commentary game.
We will. If we're game of the week, he'll be there. He
stinks, dude.
I feel like he's okay sometimes. I do miss Joe and Troy and Joe. I almost said Joe and Buck, but that's the same person. But I do miss them on Fox in the afternoons. I feel like Troy was always fair, even though he played for the Cowboys. He was decent.
Yeah.
But yeah, Greg's rough, and hopefully Tom Brady takes the spot soon. A couple other things I want to talk about. I know we already mentioned it, but that Jalen to Devontae ball was a thing of beauty. I mean, absolute chef's kiss.
Oh my god!
Jalen throws one of the most beautiful balls in the whole NFL, and you got to see it right there. Beautiful.
Oh god,
beautiful.
So, do you remember the play? So I'm just sitting here scrolling through Twitter, looking at some of the Eagles stuff. The play that Kevontae Turpin got knocked out of bounds and knocked Matt Leo, or one of our coaches, down on the ground, and his underwear showed.
Oh, what?
Bro, so he's got red underwear on right there, but this page said, "Whoever the guy is on the Eagles sideline with the red G string, you can go home now."
I didn't see that.
I'm gonna have to send it to you. I'm sorry to interrupt. It was just funny to me. That cracked me up, dude. I seen it at first in Emma. She noticed it and was like, "Does he have a G string on?"
Hey man,
like lucky underwear.
All these comfy. I mean, that's all that matters.
Matt Leo, if you're a listener of the pod, We apologize for pointing you out like that.
He was the guy that retired, or like he
He
retired.
retired this year and
because he
became a
was like
coach.
he was like on a exempt list for the past year or two. I can't remember because he came from like Australia, right? Damn, you good?
Yeah, I dropped my phone.
Um, what else? What else to talk about here before I guess we wrap this up? Um, did I ask you how nervous you were on the final drive there?
Yeah, you asked me before we started recording, but I'll go into it.
Well, actually, let's. I got an idea. Let's go play by play of that last drive.
There you go.
Because it ended in a fumble apparently. So
Yeah,
first,
the CD Lamb.
oh yeah, he fumbled it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dak Prescott, it was the first play was 1st and 10 on the 14. Dak threw it to Michael Gallup, and that was the pass interference. We get the ball at the 50-yard line. James Bradbury's out. How are you feeling right now?
Meh.
I'm not feeling. I'm not
I'm
feeling
not too
good.
I'm not too concerned. I mean, it wasn't the greatest thing, but I wasn't about to shit myself.
The only thing that kept me okay was that they had to score a touchdown. They had to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Dak for stepping out of bounds, you Bigfoot bastard. Thank you. Thank you.
That's exactly what I texted one of my friends. I said Dak's big ass foot just cost him.
He was mad about that one. And then, okay, so we had the pass interference. The following play, they got the ball at the 50-yard line. It was short. This was a play that Darius Slay got injured. It was the Ferguson, 10 yards. Then it was the roughing the passer penalty on Hassan Reddick.
That's when I got nervous.
So now they had the ball at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 with 32 seconds left. Now you're nervous.
Now I'm nervous
because James Bradbury and Darius Slay are both out. So now
the first player that I catch on my screen that I'm staring at is Josh Jobe. I'm like, oh shit.
So put it in perspective. At corner, you have Josh Jobe, who has been very up and down. You have Sidney Brown, who is a safety playing slot corner. And then you have Eli Ricks, who had a very not so great game. So now you're shitting yourself.
Yep.
Then it was Dak Prescott pass short left to CeeDee Lamb. And then that's when Sidney Brown fucking torpedoed when he was already 5 yards out of bounds. I was like, they should got a flag there.
Yeah.
But, all right. So now 27 seconds left. The ball at the 11-yard line. Jalen Carter then jumps off sides.
That's when I got even more nervous.
I'm like, there's no shot we win this at this. 1st and 5, ball at the 6-yard line. Penalty on Tyron Smith, false start. So then they go back to the 11-yard line. Then big play hit.
I think I feel a little better right there.
I don't. We haven't stopped anything all game long. Then from the 11-yard line, Dak Prescott takes the 11-yard sack because Josh Sweat got there.
That's the one Jalen Carter torpedoed at his head.
I think so, yeah. So I was mad because Josh Sweat's up there. He's doing his little celebration. You know, I'm doing it too. But
I am too.
Like, what's going on?
That's what I screamed at my living room too. I was like, get the fuck on the line. What are we doing?
And then I think Dak knew that because then it looked like they were going to spike it, and then he threw the ball. He threw the ball deep to Tolbert. So now we're at 5 seconds.
That's when all my nervousness went away.
Mine wasn't. Because I had flashbacks of the Commanders game from earlier this year where Josh Jobe he's supposed to have outside leverage, and he just slipped on the inside. Remember, there was fucking the whole team on the inside, and he just shot. But it is what it is. So then we have the live game after he throws it on the fake spike, I guess you want to call it. And then Dak Prescott threw it to CeeDee Lamb, fumbled it, and then Sidney Brown recovered it. No? Sidney Brown caused it, I guess? They're going to say recovered it. Sidney Brown caused it, apparently. So that play right there, I know we talked about this before, but it looked like that CeeDee was like just looking for somebody to toss it to. And
you could tell, like when they showed it in slow motion, he caught it, tucked it, and as he's like running horizontal, he's getting ready to, like, he untucks it and is about to try to pitch that son of a bitch somewhere. Yeah. And as soon as he's getting ready to pitch it, he gets smacked by 3 people.
Yeah, and so that's my problem with that play. And then so like everybody's going in the end zone except for CD. Why is CD the person that is cutting like running a shallow route? And why is nobody behind him for the
It should have
toss?
been if you're gonna draw it up personnel wise, you would think it would have been Devontae Turpin. You would think
Yeah.
because he's short and a lot quicker than everybody else. So I don't I don't know. But I understand you want to get the ball in your best player's hands, but
Yeah, but he's not gonna
if that's the case, you need to stick his ass in the end zone and throw it to him.
yeah, but like that's my thing is like he's gonna be the person that draws most attention. So why are you throwing A short to him? Because there's gonna be 2 or 3 people just watching him specifically.
Yeah.
And then like expecting him to like break all those tackles, and that's not going to happen. And then have no help because he can't toss it back behind him. So,
Yeah.
uh,
Unless he was getting ready to toss it to some linemen
yeah.
running downfield.
Hey, give them a fucking head of steam. See what happens. I don't know
Going
if we'd have
against
a
all
chance.
secondary players.
Yeah. Somebody better lay somebody out because Buddy's about to take it to the house.
Yeah.
But I mean that last possession was a wild ride. My nerves were shot. I didn't like our last 2 possessions.
Offensively,
Yes.
dog shit, terrible.
Yeah, I don't know why. So like Jalen had a great game. Why are you not letting him play like make a play? Other than that why are we throwing a shot play on like 3rd and like 4 or whatever?
Yeah,
Just
you can. I think AJ Brown was visibly upset about that too, because after it went out of bounds, he looked like he was upset about it. But I don't know if he was upset that the ball went out of bounds, or he's upset that
he couldn't see it.
yeah. I don't know what it was.
Well, like Greg Olson was saying, you know, you don't like him. He's saying why are we not running the ball and then just doing a tush push right there? Because like it makes sense. It makes sense to do it.
Yeah.
But we just said fuck it. We're going to try to end this game. I think we got a little cute there, and unfortunately that's what happened. But luckily we ended up with a win. And then the play where we got wait, what is this play? Hold on. So this is our last 2 possessions for punt. Where's the one where he had the ball at the 1 yard line? Our last 3 possessions were bad. Yeah, our last 3 possessions were awful. I don't know. So like Brian Johnson had a good game, I feel like, for the most part, but I feel like he still makes some bonehead decisions. I still feel like he's learning. He'll be fine, but um, there are some times where I'm just like, "What are you doing?" and
Yeah.
why are you doing it? Sean Desai had probably another terrible game. Hopefully he can figure it out because he showed up for the Dolphins game. He hasn't shown up the past 2 weeks.
Mhm.
So I don't know what we're going to do. Maybe Bradley Roby is like the answer. Maybe he does like help solidify the secondary a little bit, but I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is we're 8-1. We're going to the bye week with the best record in the NFL. We're going to Kansas City to get our get back from the Chiefs. And we have a tough 3-game stretch here. Knock on wood. I'm not worried about the Seahawks as much anymore. I feel like they are very like rocky.
It's still Seattle, bro.
Yeah, it is. You got a point there.
It's still Seattle.
Cowboys, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we lose that next game just because.
That's exactly what I said. As soon as that game ended, I was like, in my head, I was like, dude, if we play anywhere close to this in Dallas, we're fucked.
Mhm.
They kick our ass.
Yeah. And then, you know, we got the Chiefs, Bills, 49ers. Not really worried about the 49ers right now.
Not really worried about the Bills either.
I'm knocking on wood for all of this, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't want this to come back and bite us in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, we got that tough stretch coming up. We got the Cowboys out of the way. Bye week. Jalen, rest up. Dallas, please don't have a broken arm.
Fucking Albert Okwuegbunam.
Exciting. Yep. He was there. And unfortunately, if Dallas is hurt, he's going to be there for a little bit longer. But hopefully he gets some chance to shine. Rashad Penny had 2 carries for 8 yards, averaging 4 yards per carry. He looked okay.
He did.
He
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 looked a
looked
little
okay.
bit better than he did in preseason.
He looked like he had something to play for, and I hope he continues to get some run. I know it's probably not going to happen with the running back room he's in, but hope he gets a chance to at least shine once this year.
Yep.
Um, Noah Smith did not do anything with the extended snaps that he got.
Nope.
But I mean, essentially, Derek Barnett does nothing either, so just let him run around and be free. Also, with Derek Barnett being inactive, it opens up more time for BG, and I feel like this is a time where you let BG kind of
That BG Cook.
see what he has left because this is probably going to be his last
Hoorah.
season, and let him go until the wheels fall off, man. Just
Yep.
let him go. But any last words before we wrap up this pod?
Dallas sucks.
Dallas does indeed suck. It's not our Super Bowl. I know you guys think that we're hoorahing and taking it down Broad Street and celebrating, which they might be. I don't know, but yeah, it was a great game. I wish the refs didn't get involved like they did. This is probably one of the better games that the Eagles and Cowboys have had over the past couple of years. And it was nice to see Jalen and Dak actually get to play each other because I feel like this was their second time playing, right? And the first time was like Jalen's rookie year.
No, I think this is their third time playing
They're
because they
saying
played.
they're playing the second. They said they kept on saying the second time on the broadcast.
For some reason, he played him his rookie year, and then the next year was the COVID year, I think.
Thought his
No,
year was the COVID year.
yeah, rookie year was COVID year. The next year, he played him in Dallas at least once and got our ass kicked.
I look that up real quick. Eagles, Cowboys, previous games. This is not going to tell me at all. The box score. That's so bad.
Eagles Cowboys matchups.
All right. So, all right. 11:05:23 is this year. That's Gardner Minshew Dak. That's Hurts versus Cooper Rush. That one's Gardner Minshew versus Dak. That one is 41-21.
Yeah, we got our ass kicked.
Yeah, that's the one we got. That's when we got tore up. That's the one that
That's
is
the
that
one that was in Dallas.
that was Deshaun, right? The Deshaun Jackson catch?
Mm-mm.
No.
That was the one before.
Okay, so yeah, ABS 27. So
1737 was Jalen's rookie year,
yeah,
2020.
and that was against Andy Dalton.
Oh, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, we got our ass whooped by them then. Damn. And Carson Wentz was playing in the other game. Yeah, so this is their second time playing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's nice. Nice seeing him play finally. So
Jalen owns you,
uh,
motherfucker.
let's talk how it is. I feel like Jalen is earning himself MVP considerations. I know he's actually the betting favorite on some websites.
Is he?
I think so.
Even still, he's second in turnovers, ain't he?
I think he just wins, and that's what they're looking at. And I mean, he has great stats still, even with the negatives. I love Jalen, man. Jalen pisses me off so bad sometimes, but I love him to death, man. I wouldn't want anybody else as my quarterback.
Exactly. It's exactly how I feel.
And the only thing I wish he'd show his personality more to the media and like the fans. Which I know why you gotta do it, but it is what it is. But yeah, Eagles have a bye week next week. We don't play for 15 days. Next matchup is Monday Night Football in Arrowhead or at Arrowhead. We'll see how that one works out. Not sure what the plans are for this pod for the next week because I haven't thought that out yet. I'm still kind of excited about the win, so I'm gonna celebrate and then I'll figure out what we're going to do. we might do a fun episode later this week. We might take the week off. Who knows?
What's the date of the Chiefs game?
The third, no,
20th?
20th. Yes, Thanksgiving week.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the day I finished school.
Oh, heck yeah.
Fuck.
Are you gonna miss the game?
I think for a little bit. Yeah.
Last time I missed the game, we won. So
Yeah.
To be clear,
last time I missed the game?
the Commanders game last week.
I mean, I watched the whole thing
Are
at
you
school.
Are you going to miss the game? Like,
no.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Fuck school. Just go Birds.
Go
But yeah,
Birds.
8-1. Top of the NFC East, top of the NFC, top of the NFL are the Birds. And nothing else to say other than go Birds. And
you did it so early. Why would
Dallas?
you?
I'm not there yet. But as always, if you're listening on streaming services, leave a rating, a comment, subscribe to us on that. That way, you know whenever we do release an episode. Thank you so much to everybody who has listened on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Google. You guys are awesome. Thank you for listening. YouTube, step it up. But you are on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. Until next time, as always, go Birds. You didn't make a noise. Try it again. Your mic's muted. Bryce is saying go Birds. Bryce is saying go Birds, everybody. So for Bryce, I want to get it one more time. Technical difficulties, everybody.
Go Birds.
Hell yeah, go Birds.